Bonjour les amis, ici à notre leçon dans le français louisianais. Moi, je suis Kirby Jambon. Welcome again to our Louisiana French lessons for beginners. This is going to be officially the 10th or somewhat 10th lesson. We did a little special lesson yesterday in Louisiana French. I'm Kirby Jambon and continuing these lessons with you. For those of you just joining us, I started doing these lessons when we began our time of social distancing. And these lessons are designed to help someone who's not a Louisiana French speaker, who doesn't have that much of a background in French, to learn Louisiana French. And if you do have a good deal of background in French, it could help you as well. You can use these lessons. I don't have powerful video equipment, so I go between little tablets and my iPhone. My tablet didn't want to take good video this morning, so this morning I'm using my iPhone to try to give you a lesson in Louisiana French. Again, if you would like to have paper copies that are used during these lessons, please message me on Facebook Messenger. I will add you as a member of a group, a little chat group called Louisiana French Lessons. And then I'll let you know when the new videos are posted. You can ask questions. I'll answer any questions you have. And you will also, I also have attached the copies of the documents that I used. Alrighty? It's good. All right, so last time we were talking about the past tense, and the way we do the past tense in French is to use the form of the verb to have, which is in French is pronounced avoir or avoir. And most of the time when you hear it, you're going to hear either the sound a or a. Most of the time a. All right, so you can hear it in, for example, j'ai, I have, you have, ta, he has, il a, she has, alla, we have, on a, y'all have, vous autres. So all of those, that's the past, that's the form of the verb avoir. And you're going to put that together. If you recall, we did a whole list of infinitive verbs ending with the sound a. They all have that er at the end of it. And you're still going to hear the sound a in the past tense. You're just going to write it with an accent aigu. You're going to put an accent on the e. And so I'll give you an example. For example, if I wanted to say I dance, I would say je danse. If I want to say I danced, I would say j'ai dansé. Okay, je danse, j'ai dansé. Okay, now we also did another present tense forms. Let's review all three of those forms. Okay, we did the basic present tense, which is je danse, I dance. We did the progressive present tense, that we using that present participle. And in French, you use the word après and the verb to be. It sounds like this: je suis après danser, je suis après danser. And then I danced, j'ai dansé. So one more time: je danse, I dance. I am dancing, je suis après danser. I danced, j'ai dansé. All right, let's try that one with another. Let's try that one with we listen. Okay, we listen, on écoute. We are listening, on est après écouter. On est après écouter. Okay. We listened, on a écouté. On a écouté. All right, let's try this one. She rides around, or what we call in Louisiana English, good Cajun Creole English is rôder. Huh? So she rides around, à rôde. Try that, à rôde. Mm-hmm. She is riding around, aller après rôder. Aller après rôder. And she rode around, à la rôder. À la rôder. All right. And please, if you're going around, please stay in your car these days, okay? During this time, we don't want to. We want to end this time of little solitude and get this over with, and hopefully praying that everybody stays healthy and well. Okay, so last time I gave you a little practice using this page here. Ça c'est page 2. That's in the second packet that I attached. It says kind of beginners Louisiana French 2 on the website. And we did that first phrase together. And again, the idea is what we're doing is we're taking these phrases, and then on page 3, we're putting these verbs into there. And then I'll give you some words to help you figure out what the words mean in there. Okay? So we have right here, let's try that. We did the first one together. Let's review it. All right. J'ai porté mon meilleur linge pour aller à l'église dimanche matin. J'ai porté mon meilleur linge pour aller à l'église dimanche matin. All right. Now, let's see if you got the correct answers. Now that, of course, meant I wore my best clothes, my nicest clothes to go to church Sunday morning. Okay, I actually didn't because we had to stay home. So I was still in my pajamas. All right, but let's go to the next one. And again, this one pour numéro 2. It said, ma femme a blanc le souper pour moi parce que j'étais tard. And that would be my wife. Femme is the word for wife or woman, but in French, in here it's my wife. And it has that ah, so it tells you it's the past tense. So she did something for me. If you're putting a verb following ah, it means it's the past tense. So she did something for my souper, which is my supper, for me because I was late. All right. And the correct word that would go there would be the word réchauffer, or reheat or heat up. So, ma femme a réchauffé, let's try that again. Ma femme a réchauffé le souper pour moi parce que j'étais tard. Ma femme a réchauffé le souper pour moi parce que j'étais tard. All right, and of course, I'm really happy when she does that. If I have to teach late, that's very nice of her. She loves to cook. Well, sometimes. I love my wife so much, and I love to cook sometimes. I like to cook for her as well, and I like to take care of her, and she likes to take care of me, so it works out well. So in that phrase, you just a couple of points. When I say pour moi, for me, sometimes you'll hear pour mon in Louisiana French. Sometimes moi is also pronounced moi, or mon, as those three different pronunciations. Okay. All right. Number 3 is a little expression you might hear in some French songs, some Cajun Creole songs. You might hear it like this. Let's try this. T'as blanc mon cœur et quand tu m'as quitté pour t'en aller avec un autre. All right. All right. T'as, you're telling you it's the past tense. You did something in the past tense. Mon cœur, my heart. Et quand tu m'as quitté, when you left me, pour t'en aller avec un autre, to go away with another. All right. So what did you do to my heart? Yes, of course. Cassé. You broke my heart. So let's try that. T'as cassé mon cœur et quand tu m'as quitté pour t'en aller avec un autre. T'as cassé mon cœur et quand tu m'as quitté pour t'en aller avec un autre. Okay. Another point that, again, we typically with that sound, if you know an aught, we say an aught, not un aught. We typically say un for the sound of more often. Okay. All right, let's hear the next one. Numéro 4. Ma fille, tu vas tomber parce que t'as pas blanc tes souliers. Okay, ma fille, so it means, ma fille means my girl, my daughter. Okay. Tu vas tomber, you are going to fall. All right. Parce que t'as pas, so it's because, parce que is because, t'as pas. Remember, pas means it makes it negative. So you didn't do something in the past tense, and you didn't do something to your shoes. Tes souliers. What didn't you do? And the word we use for to tie your shoes, to tie anything in Louisiana French is pronounced amarrer or omarrer. So let's try that. Ma fille, tu vas pas, excuse me, start again. Ma fille, tu vas tomber parce que t'as pas amarré tes souliers. Ma fille, tu vas tomber parce que t'as pas amarré tes souliers. Okay, and I mentioned that word amarrer is a word meaning to moor a boat, international French, but in Louisiana French we use it to tie anything. You can tie anything in Louisiana French. Tassiers, and that's something I see every day. I teach 5th graders, and I work with all ages at elementary school from pre-K on up. And yes, I'm always watching these kids who don't tie their shoes. I'm always saying, hey, tie your shoes, you're gonna fall down. So, all right, let's try this next one. Okay, so numéro 5. Qui a blanc du bon manger pour nous autres à soir? Qui a blanc du bon manger pour nous autres à soir? If y'all remember qui, that's the word for who, like right here. It says qui ça, who that. And so qui a tells you the past tense. Du bon manger. Manger is the verb to eat, but manger as a noun, it means food. So who did something to some good food? Pour nous autres, that's for us. À soir is the word for tonight. So who did something to some good food for us tonight? And if you look at the words that's left in the lib, there's only one word which actually works, and that would be the word emmener. Try that. Emmener or emmener. Emmener or emmener, which means the past tense of to bring or brought. So who brought some good food for us tonight? Let's try that. Qui a emmené du bon manger pour nous autres à soir? Qui a emmené du bon manger pour nous autres à soir? I heard you. You did a good job. All right. Okay. This next one, numéro 6, ça c'est les enfants ont blanc dehors dans la boue après la pluie. Les enfants ont blanc dehors dans la boue après la pluie. Now you have les enfants, which is the children, the kids, all right? And this time you see the sound on. On is also a form of the verb to have, but it's found only what we call in the third person plural. That means with the word for they, okay? And in this case, whenever you have a plural subject, you're talking about. Not talking to, but talking about. And so les enfants ont. So the children did something. Dehors dans la boue. Dehors means outside. Dehors. Dans la boue, in the mud. Après la pluie. Après la pluie, after the rain. Okay. So what did they do? Of course, jouer. Bien sûr. Play. So let's try that. Les enfants ont joué dehors dans la boue après la pluie. Mm-hmm. The children played in the mud outside. I'm sorry, the children played outside in the mud after the rain. Les enfants ont joué dehors dans la boue après la pluie. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's another thing I've seen a lot of times. Whenever we have mud in our classroom at school, whenever we have rain, I should say, in our classroom at school, in the schoolyard, the kids want to they can't help but stick their feet in the mud or in the wet puddles and bring them inside. I think it's like, hey, this rain has imprisoned me inside. I'm going to put my foot in. I'm going to experience it. And yeah, so I have to often tell them to wipe their feet. Essuyez vos pieds, huh? Wipe your feet before y'all come in, because they love to do that. Well, I used to love to play in the mud. My mother would say I didn't, but I think I did. I just pretended like I didn't. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's continue. All right, let's try this one. Je peux pas compter tout l'argent que j'ai blanc à ma fille pour aller au magasin. That's right. Je peux pas compter. I can't. Pas. Peut is can. So peux pas. I cannot. I can't. Compter is to count. We did that word. Tout l'argent, which would mean all of the money. Que j'ai tells you it's the past tense with me. À ma fille, fille we told you again was for daughter or for girl, and here it would probably be for daughter. Pour aller au magasin, meaning to go to the store. Okay, magasin is one of the words we use for store. Another word would be boutique, right? Let's try that. Je peux pas compter tout l'argent que j'ai blanc à ma fille pour aller au magasin, and the word missing is donner. Yes, to give. All right, so let's try that. Je peux pas compter tout l'argent que j'ai donné à ma fille pour aller au magasin. I can't count all the money that I gave to my daughter to go to the store. Okay, je peux pas compter tout l'argent que j'ai donné à ma fille pour aller au magasin. All right, and again, every time you're writing these past tense forms of these verbs, they all end in er. You're still going to hear the a sound, but you're going to spell it with an e with an accent. Okay, accent aigu. All right, just to let you know. All right, and then the last one, numéro 8, ça m'a beaucoup blanc quand vous m'avez blanc comment arranger mon char. Now, tu as a là, the a there is telling you it's the a there is telling you that it's past tense with, okay, because you hear that a sound. Now, you hear the sama, which means that, and then you hear that you put an m there. Interesting thing about French language is that you use object pronouns. Certain object pronouns that are direct will go in front of the verb. Okay. But certain objects, well, I don't know if they're direct or indirect, but certain object pronouns will go in front of the verb. For example, yes, it all depends on the different type. There are some that won't because they follow prepositions and you have a different object. But you put in front. So that little m represents moi. So it means that did something to me. Okay, that did something to me. Beaucoup. All right. Quand vous m'avez, now you see, and again, I put that m again. Vous m'avez, when you did something to me, okay? That vous avez, that's the formal, so I'm addressing probably someone older than myself. Comment arranger mon char? That means how to fix my car. Arranger, the word to fix. So what did it do? What did it do? Ça m'a aidé beaucoup. It helped me a lot. Quand vous m'avez montré comment arranger mon char. I mean, montrer meaning to show how or to teach, okay? So let's try that phrase together. Ça m'a aidé beaucoup quand vous m'avez montré comment arranger mon char. Ça m'a aidé beaucoup quand vous m'avez montré comment arranger mon char. All right, that helped me a lot when you showed me or taught me how to fix my car. Yeah, it would help me a lot more if you do it for me because I'm not a mechanic, but it's a good phrase there. So hopefully you've learned a little bit of the past tense. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know on the Facebook page. Okay. I want to do one other little thing today. We're going to talk about this idea of, I have a little thing on the bottom of the page. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You can read it. It's about this idea of what we call des faux amis, false friends on the page. And I will go through the first part. The last couple of paragraphs, if you have some questions about that, please just ask me if you don't understand, because I'd rather not go into those on the video. But if you do have some questions, I'd be happy to talk about, respond to you through the Facebook Messenger, okay? But I'll talk about the first one of those there. One of the first things that we have, two different things, and I talked about this one, I think, before, is that we have a different word for gasoline and a different word for car, okay? For example, the word we use for gasoline in Louisiana French, we either say la gasoline or we say du gaz, okay? International French, they'll say l'essence, but l'essence in Louisiana French refers to perfume. Yes, perfume. All right, put a little, no, it's not perfume, it's actually cologne, but it's still l'essence, okay? So l'essence refers to perfume, all right? And the next thing we have, oh, I forgot my perfume almost fell right there. So I didn't get, if you saw it. I don't know what kind this is. My wife doesn't like it, but I use it anyway. All right. Not when she's around, though. The thing, so we would put, nous, on va mettre la gasoline dans nos chars. We're going to put gasoline in our cars. On va mettre du gaz dans nos chars. We're going to put gas in our cars, or gas, the way I say it. My wife says gas, and I say gas. And then we don't put l'essence dans les voitures. We use the word char rather than voiture. All right. Now, another thing is different. Our three meals in Louisiana French are le déjeuner, le dîner, et le souper. And they say that in some areas of the world as well. Typically, you'll learn, though, in generally in France, they'll more often use the terms le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, et le dîner. Déjeuner, jeûner, means to fast. So déjeuner means to stop fasting, just like the origin of the word breakfast, to break your fast, because you're not eating during the night, so you're fasting. And typically in the old days, whether you worked on a farm or worked on a boat, you probably did a lot of work before you even ate your breakfast. Okay? So it was probably not petit. It was not a little breakfast. It was a big breakfast. Le dîner was the meal we meet at noon, and le souper was the evening meal. From what I understand, in the tradition was in France that you would eat la soupe pour souper. That's when you would eat soup for souper at night, So we use those, and they kind of translate to breakfast, dinner, and supper. Okay, so one of the reasons, like my wife and I in English, we sometimes have a misunderstanding, because for me, dinner is a noon meal. For her, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dinner is an evening meal. We never said dinner for an evening meal. So when I go to my mother-in-law's for dinner, I always got to ask, make sure, which dinner are we talking about? Le dîner, like comme nous autres, or is it the dinner as the evening meal? Now, there's the word drawl. Okay, drawl means funny throughout the world, but it can mean funny, haha, or it can mean funny. Okay, in Louisiana French, it's only that strange funny. Like, for example, you're not paying anyone a compliment in Louisiana French if you call them drôle. We don't pronounce it drôle more like the rest of the world. We say drôle. If you're calling us drôle, as you're telling us, you're like kind of like, hey man, you're strange, you're out there, you're bizarre, don't worry about it. So if you want to call Louisianian funny, you can say, toi t'es farce. Farce. Yeah, farce is the word we use to mean more like funny. Okay. Now, some of the other words, if you have a question about, just read through them, and you can talk to me on the Facebook page, and I'll be happy to go through them with you. Okay. So next time, we're going to talk about words associated with time, and how also we're going to talk about the idea of how these final consonant letters, when followed by a vowel, will attach to one another. Okay. So encore, si vous avez des questions, if vous avez des questions, posez des questions, as we say in International French, or just demandez-moi, as we say in Louisiana French, on the Facebook message page. Okay? All right, c'est bon? All right, we'll see y'all next time. Au revoir.